So I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, took the player satisfaction survey. On that survey, 12 new gameplay ideas were mentioned in that survey. Now I just want to curve my hype a little bit because it's like we don't know for sure if these game modes are even coming. I mean, these are just ideas for now, but the reason why I'm hyped is that these can actually evolve to game modes in the game. DBD has been out for years, and the fact that they actually are mentioning new game modes and plan on adding new game modes, that's the best thing ever in this game. Having more game modes to play would just be a plus in my opinion. Without wasting any time, here's some of the new game mode ideas. 5v5, 2 teams of 4 survivors and 1 killer face off to control the generators. Capture the generators by moving generator progress towards your team's side in a tug of war gameplay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused about this one. I'm sorry if I sound dumb, but this one I really need to see in order to actually grasp what's going on, because by the looks of it, it's just like, what is the killer doing? It almost sounds like just a survivor face off where survivors just have to hurry and complete generators in order to get the progress moving for their side. But I'm guessing the killer slows them down, so I'm guessing survivors have to hurry up, complete the generators, avoid the killer, just like your average DVD game mode. But if they capture more generators, the progress will go up on their side and the killers just have to stop them. That's just how it looks like to me. If I'm wrong or missing something, please correct me in the comments. 2v8 party. This is probably the mode that everybody been waiting for. Who doesn't want to team up with another killer at this point? 2 killers against 8 survivors. But here's the interesting part. Hooks are removed, but cages of a torment prevail. So they making sure that survivors can't unhook themselves. But the reason why I think it says party is because obviously you're not supposed to take it seriously. It's just meant to be a game mode that doesn't count towards your rank at all. That's my assumption why it says party. But of course 2v8 will be 2 killers versus 8 survivors, standard DBD game mode. So I'm not sure, say if 2v8 was coming to the game, I don't know if we would just get a brand new map for the game mode, because you have to fit all the generators into the one map, or they just gonna extend the original map sizes. Not really sure, but I would love 2v8 in the game. I'm pretty sure most people will too. It just sounds like a really fun game mode. Hide and seek. No generators, no hooks, only Moris went down. Stay alive for 5 minutes to escape through the exit gates. Auras are revealed every couple of seconds. So I like that auras are revealed every couple of seconds for survivors just don't have to hide somewhere the whole game. I mean, not the whole game, but barely move. Because I'm pretty sure the bats will, if they survivors just stand in one spot, I'm pretty sure the bats will hover over the survivors if they're idle or just staying in one spot for too long. So the fact that auras come into play, maybe that won't even happen and survivors auras will just get revealed instead. I heard people say that they're not really excited for this game mode because they feel that survivors are just gonna hide in valid spots the whole time and then killers never gonna be able to find them. But the fact that auras get revealed every couple of seconds, I think that'll help with that. So I'm actually looking forward to this game mode. Tag. A random survivor is picked to be the killer. Down the player to swap roles. Survive 5 minutes and escape. This game mode just sounds fun in itself, and it's something I didn't expect really. Like, this would be the last game mode that would come to my mind for any game mode coming to DBD because of how unique the idea is. But I really wouldn't mind this game mode coming to the game. I like the idea of swapping roles because that way it's like the experience is always different, because say from the survivor's point of view, you technically will be facing different killers, I'm assuming, if not different killers playstyles. So you may get very experienced trappers throughout the match and you might not get very well experienced trappers throughout the match, or any other killer. Trapper was just the first killer that came to my mind, so whatever. Zombie tag. A random survivor is picked to be the killer. Down the player to swap roles. Once a survivor turns to a killer, they cannot turn back. Keep playing until one survivor remains. So this is technically like help tag, I guess. Zombie tag would be an alternate name for help tag. Basically the same thing as tag, but just the killer would just stay the same. I'm guessing every time a killer catches a survivor, they become a killer and they all have to hunt down that one survivor. So this is like a manhunt game mode right here, almost a little bit. It's like it's giving me that vibe, because I can only imagine just being like, what, 2 survivors left and they both have to work together against the rest of the killers. That would be kind of dope. It's like a co-op manhunt. Swap perspective. Killers play in third person while survivors play in first person. Interesting. Now what I love about this, as soon as I read it, is that we will finally be able to see killer's point of view in third person, at least playing the killer's point of view in third person, besides it just being Chucky, because I really want to get the feel of playing as Death Slinger in third person or any other type of range killer. I mean, just playing in third person as a killer sounds creative by itself, something different, especially for DBD, since we've been playing in first person all this time. But I have seen third person gameplay because of mods and some YouTubers that posted it online, but I never of course got the chance to play it, so being able to play killer in third person point of view would be kind of sick, as well as playing survivor in first person, which I think would be pretty scary because it makes the gameplay more immersive. Deceivers. Survivors work together to complete tasks before one or more deceiver quote unquote can kill everyone without being discovered. Play in rounds with voting in between. So this is basically Among Us the game mode. Wouldn't mind it, I guess. I mean, it's like it's a been there done that scenario with this game mode. If this game mode was to come into the game, it's like I wouldn't mind it in DBD because it's DBD themed, so I wouldn't mind playing Among Us within DBD, because what I like about this is that since it's a low probability of us getting a killer that could disguise themselves as a survivor, the fact that we have a game mode like that is like it's something to nothing, you know. It would be cool if this is actually like a licensed type of game mode, or some of these once I continue down the list, because like they could get the thing and the thing could be like the imposter, and that could be the game mode, basically the thing, the game mode, but it's just called Deceivers. So basically that mode will be the thing themed, if that makes sense. Disgustingly scary. The fog is thicker and shrouded in darkness. So I'm guessing like with this one is gonna be like Dredge's Nightfall, but anyone could be the killer. I could see this game mode being a complete nightmare against Chucky. You will literally only hear his laugh and you won't see him at all, bro. Luck of the draw. Start the game mode with randomized perks and items. This one I'm probably like least interested in, because it's basically the same game mode and people already done this before with the whole the roulette wheel, I think it's called, where basically you spin the wheel and then it will just give you random perks or an item to bring for either side. I mean item if you're playing with survivor, but randomized perks I'm not really too it's like I'm not really a big fan of this game mode. I mean, but if it was to come into the game I wouldn't mind it, of course, for people who do want it, but it's definitely not the best out of this list in my opinion. Giant. Sizes are altered. Killers are turned into giants while survivors become tiny. Now again, with the whole licensed game modes thing, how cool would it be, this was my friend's idea, if Jurassic Park was a game mode in itself, where the dinosaur is actually the tall size killer, and from the dinosaur's POV every survivor is tiny. I mean, obviously this could work with any other killer, but that idea in itself does sound really cool and I wouldn't mind it. Like, I'm not a fan of Jurassic Park at all. I've never even seen the movie, but if that license ends up becoming a chapter in DVD, or if it's even this game mode, I wouldn't mind because of how different it is. We don't have content in this game that's exactly not horror, so having something that's not exactly horror at all would be kind of dope and unique, because though something is not exactly horror, it may have horror elements. And I think as long as it has horror elements in it, it's greenlit for DVD. But this mode just sounds different and exciting in itself, so I definitely wouldn't mind this mode. Bum Rush. More generators spawn on the map. Everyone moves at double speed. Survivors have 3 lives from which they revive after a 20-second timer. I like this one. I really do. I like this one because it keeps the flow of the game going. It seems like every time you play this game mode, it will be very pasty, it will be very quick, but that's just how I like playing in general. You will notice it when I play, like I play with Save the Best for Last and During. Anything just to get the flow of the chase quick, even though I'm pretty sad about the whole Save the Best for Last perk getting nerfed or whatever changes coming to Save the Best for Last, but I guess it is what it is. The flow of the gameplay in this mode is going to be really quick, which I like, and the survivors also get to respawn, so that's a plus. It's almost like an onslaught mode where things would just keep coming, so I really like the idea of this mode. I just don't know how you will win. I guess there's just a limit on the generators, but just more will spawn than 5. I actually hope they elaborate more on most of these ideas just to give us a better understanding, but it does sound fun on paper though, I'm not gonna lie. VIP. When the obsession is killed, everyone dies. Only the obsession can open the gates for everyone. This one I could just see everyone getting mad at for the obsession doing like stupid shit. And I can see a lot of trolls in this game mode too, where they know the obsession, he'll just kill themselves and spot themselves out. I mean, the mode sounds fun on paper, but I could definitely see a lot of problems with it. But I mean, as long as it sounds fun, I guess that's all that matters, right? But that was all the game mode ideas. Honestly, I wouldn't mind either of these, probably except for the luck of the draw one. But I wouldn't mind it if it's just there just to play it anyways, you know? In the survey, they said what's the most interesting game mode idea compared to the least interesting game mode idea. Luck of the draw would definitely be the least. But it's like, I like all these, so it's like I wouldn't even want to list it. Just bring these all to the game, bro. Something new, for crying out loud. I'm pretty sure like a good percentage of people chose Sous Vide 8. I really do want to see the percentage of this survey, like specifically. I'm pretty sure everyone chose Sous Vide 8 as they most interested. All these game modes do sound crazy though. I really wouldn't mind all these. All these sound really fun. Like, I'd rather have all these just for the pure experience of just something new in DBD. Like, I think they should just test all these games just to see how people like them, and if they wind up liking them, just keep them in the game. That's what I think they're gonna start to do though, because they did mention something about limited event gameplay. So I'm guessing those would be like limited event game modes, where you could play the new game mode for a limited amount of time, for they can see if people like it, and if people wind up liking it, then they would just put it in the game. It's like the only thing I wouldn't like about that is that if it's a mode that you do like that ends up not getting a lot of attention, or people don't like it as much, and so that mode just gets left behind. That's why I think they should just throw in all these modes. But then again, I don't know, that's probably not the best idea. From their point of view, I could see them just bringing in the modes that everyone wants to play, or most people want to play, because of queue times being an issue. I could just see it being like 1 or 2 modes where it's just you waiting like 45-30 minutes just to get into a game because people barely play that mode. So I could see that being an issue, but anything is possible, who knows. I just like that they're bringing new game modes to the surface, so we could possibly wind up trying these game modes out one day, or maybe these game modes will come to the game. I mean, I will hope, who knows. But let me hear your thoughts down below about these new game mode ideas and how you feel about them. You liking most of them, you liking none of them, some of them, what's up? Anyways, love y'all, take care, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, and peace.